Your game is to build shareholder value for you, for your family, for your business partners, for your investors. That is the currency of deal making, and that is the super currency for roll-ups. So the value stacking in a roll-up is when you buy a company, you're inheriting some value. Then you're going to cross-sell. You're going to sell products and services between all the different businesses that you buy. When you combine those businesses together, there's going to be lots of different costs that you can take out from combining those businesses. You're going to still be able to organically grow the businesses with more marketing, more products, more customers, more offers, all those different things. And then you're going to be able to leverage superpowers or moats, which is a very common term these days. And a moat or a superpower is, does a business have something that's really unique that if you transfer that into the other businesses, it makes them stronger as well? And cross-selling really is all about building a roll-up around a common customer. So we're going to buy 4 businesses, right? We're going to buy Rider Maintenance, which is a maintenance company, which goes out, fixes people's houses, roofs, general maintenance. We're going to buy a HVAC business. We're going to buy an electrical contracting business. This is for consumer, not necessarily for business. And then we're going to buy a plumbing company. So what's really cool, when we own those 4 businesses, right, we've got 4 different services. We've got maintenance, HVAC, electrical, and plumbing. And then we've got 4 separate customer bases. So we can sell the maintenance services to the HVAC, the plumbing, and the electrical company customers. We can sell the HVAC services to the maintenance customers, to the electric customers, and to the plumbing customers. We can sell the plumbing services to the HVAC customers, the maintenance customers, and the electric customers. And we can sell the electric, you get it, right? We can cross-sell across all these different customers. And we can do it with a 0 cost of customer acquisition. And that's really, really important in a roll-up, because any business is going to have a marketing cost or a cost to acquire customers to keep growing. And when you're looking through your income statements, when you're vetting your deals, in the line items, we call it SG&A or OPEX or overhead, you'll see a breakout for sales and marketing, right? So you don't have a marketing cost if you already own the customers that you're selling to. You don't have to win them. So you've got this massive duplicitous array and matrix of companies being able to sell to other companies in a universe, in a roll-up that you control. But it's not just about cross-selling. When you buy the plumbing company, you can still grow that business organically. When you buy the HVAC company, you can still grow that business organically. And then when you combine these companies together, there's always costs that you can take out. You might be able to combine some of them into one location. So you're saving on rent, utilities, maintenance, property tax, all those different things. There's going to be a lot of administration costs that you might not need. You're going to save on all that marketing from that cross-selling. So there's always costs that you can take out when you combine these businesses together. And then the superpowers or the moats are the unique differentiators of a particular company that can be transferred to all the other businesses in a roll-up. And the word moats came from the days in the UK and Europe, where they used to build castles, and then to stop the armies coming in and invading the castles, they build a moat around the castle, and they fill it with water so the horses couldn't get in to the castle, right? So it's the same concept in a business. I think Warren Buffett was the person that coined it really in terms of the business community. What moats can you build around your business to stop invaders, competitors, getting in and taking your market share? And what you can do if you identify moats in a business is you can transfer them across all the other companies you buy, and you can skill them up to operate at the same level. So let's imagine we buy the electrical company, and the only thing that they do really well, every business that you ever look at, it will always do one thing very, very well, best in class. It might do 100 things that are terrible, but one thing's always going to be very unique. So let's say with the electrical company, Their superpower is customer service. They're great at it, but they suck at marketing, they have a terrible supply chain, and they don't know how to do maintenance contracts, which, if you're in home services, is a great value generator. The HVAC company, they don't even know what customer services is. They're terrible, they have a really bad reputation, but they're phenomenal at marketing, right? Again, their supply chain sucks, their maintenance contracts suck, but they're really good at marketing. The plumbing company sucks at customer service, terrible at marketing, but they have an absolutely world-class supply chain and buying process. They can buy materials, they can buy products better than anybody else into the market, but that's the only thing that they do well. And then the maintenance company, yeah, they're all about recurring revenue, maintenance contracts, but they suck pretty much at everything else. So imagine you buy those 4 businesses and you transfer that moat and that moat and that moat and that moat across all those other businesses. What do you think is going to happen? You get a best-in-class company. And a best-in-class company, because it's firing on all these cylinders, is going to command the premium multiple in the marketplace, because everybody is going to want to buy it. When you sell a business or you buy a business, there's a massive range of multiples that you will pay. You can pay 1x for a business, and you can pay 10x for a business that's the same size. If it's the best business in the world or in the market across all these different pillars, everybody's going to want to buy it, right? So that's why cross-scaling and doing all these different things is really, really important.